It's a beautiful city of Hilo in Big Island, Hawaii.
Right.
My name is Jong-woo Han. I am the president of Korean War Legacy Foundation. We have about 1,500 Korean War veterans interview. We have 1,500 Korean War veterans interview, not only from the United States, but also from other 21 countries that participated in the Korean War. We are doing this to preserve your memory because it's been already more than 70 years ago. And also we want to honor your service, but most importantly, we want to make this interview for teachers so that they can talk about the Korean War you fought 70 years ago, right? That's why we are doing this. And thank you for coming. And it's my honor and pleasure to meet you, sir, with your wife, Loletta, here. Please introduce yourself. What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Daniel. K as my middle name, Kawaiaea.
Could you spell? Yeah, go ahead.
Kawaiaea.
Kawaiaea.
Yes.
Yes.
The meaning of that is, here's the water.
Here is the water.
The water is said like Kawai. That's the water. Aya means here. I give you the water.
Huh.
That's what it means. Kawaiaea. Yeah.
So here's the water.
Yeah. That's what I was born for, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what is your birthday?
February 9th, 1931.
So you are 90-year-old? 90-year-old?
90 years old.
Yeah.
Now.
Now.
Few months.
You look very healthy and young. You don't look like a 90-year-old man. What is the secret?
My wife is a nurse.
Oh, that's why.
Head nurse.
Head nurse.
You can do this. Don't do that.
So you listen to her? You listen to her? No? He doesn't. Your wife says no.
I met her during, right after the Korean War.
Ah. So let's talk about that. But where were you born?
I was born in Oahu.
Oahu.
Yeah.
And-
Honolulu. And raised on Maui. And I met my wife from Hilo, so I moved to Hilo in 1959, yeah.
So you were in Major Island, 3 Mile, Oahu, born in Oahu, and you were grown up in Maui, and then you met her and live here, right? So Oahu, Maui, and
Yes,
Hilo,
Hilo now.
Big Island. So what were your parents doing when you were growing up? Your parents, father and mother.
Well, where I grew up and where I was real isolated, that country.
Mm.
And there were no highway, there were no roads at all to this country, and it was mostly ranching. Ranch owner was living on this island, Maui, and he had my mom and dad grew up on Maui, and the place was Hana.
Mm.
So that's where we grew up, born and raised on Maui. Yeah?
Right.
And 5 brothers and 2 sisters.
Wow. So when did you graduate high school? When did you graduate high school?
Oh, to tell you the truth, where I was born and raised, there was no high school, no high school at all.
Oh.
So I had to travel about 18, 20 miles away to live there and then go to school. But before I did that, in 1950, we got called by the military. We were drafted then.
Drafted.
We had to go
1951?
to Korea then.
1951 drafted?
1951, we were said, Uncle Sam said, come here, you gotta go. So we took basic training then. And then in 1953 or 52, we were assigned to Korea after basic training. Yeah. So that's what happened then.
So
Wow.
you
Only-
went to
only
Korea.
21 years old then, not 20 years old, yeah?
So
1950.
you went to Korea in 1952?
What's that?
Did you go to Korea in 1952?
In 1952, 53. I think I wounded in 1953.
You were in wounded.
That's when I,
How it happened?
that was either rocket launches. We were about to approach one hill. We were supposed to go up to this hill.
Uh-huh.
Then we got smashed by a firing the enemy trying to get us too. And that's where, and there was about a few months in this, up there in this valley, flat land, but behind us, all hill, not the northern side of Korea was all hilly, so they were all there looking at us, looking down. That's what's been happening. And that was 1952, 53, I think. And that's where I got out. I find myself on a train. I was wondering, what the hell am I? We were front line. We had our own gang. I had my own squad now, 7. We got blown out. So I find myself on the train going back to Busan. And from the Busan to Tokyo General Hospital. I was there for about 6 months, and then I was out of there already. I'm home. Sent me back to Hawaii.
I see.
So I took care of my jaw. It was broken.
Oh. So you arrived in Busan in 1952. When was it? The month? When did you arrive in Busan?
I think it was 1950,
2.
51 or 52, so somewhere around there. I think.
Uh-huh. Was it winter or summer?
Well, there was almost summertime.
Summertime?
It was October.
October.
I mean, winter time, yeah. Firstly to winter. Yeah.
So
Or the
you
end of summertime was.
So you arrived in Busan in 1952 October, right? Yeah. And what was your unit? What was your unit?
My duty.
The unit. What was your company?
My
Division.
company was was the 31st Regiment.
31st Regiment.
Yeah, 7th Infantry Division.
Uh-huh.
We were divided in four battalions, yeah, 1 regiment.
Yeah.
So this was the 31st Regiment. And then I was with still the 31st. Then we were up front, the front line. In those, our time was pretty rough on
Right.
the southern side of Korea. The North Koreans were all the way down, and then we drove them back. Back up the hill again, and now we're down the bottom, looking up. Yeah, that's.
What was your specialty?
What was my
Specialty.
special?
Yeah, specialty. Were you rifleman or?
I had a squad. I was a squad leader. But they're just telling you, take 7 guys. That's you mean like that. You know, teach them how to. There was no such thing as firing practices like that. They just assign you with 6 men. This is your guys now. Get together. Then what I gotta do? Now this is in my platoon. Now that's the whole company getting changes because when the regiment got blasted, it kept replacing it. Replacing all the. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Where were you? Where were you?
Where were me?
Yeah.
During that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in Old Baldy?
Position, the place where we were, the 31st Regiment was, I can't recall where we were, but we were attached to the 7th Division.
Yeah.
But we were, as a regiment, each time they break down into division, to battalion, and so we were, in a deep valley. And we were occupying that area because the North Koreans were looking down at us. So every time something come up, we got to move out or we got to go. So that's what's been happening for at least about 7 months before I got wounded. And then say, okay, this is you guys. You give me 6 men. Now, I'm the boss for all 6 of them.
Yeah.
In this particular platoon already. Yeah? And assigned to a company, and then they break them down to platoons, squads, and whatnot. So I'm a squad leader now.
Mm-hmm.
Was I proud of it? No.
Yeah.
I was more scared. But anyhow, I did my job.
Were you scared at the time? Were you scared?
No, not.
Not really.
It's kind of, it's you kind of think of, yeah, we gotta take him in life to stay alive, you know. And we're thinking about that. They're firing at us and all that. But if you're lucky, you get out of there alive. I was happy. I'm glad that I got wounded, but all of this, my wife, my very man calling for the platoon sergeant. My squad leaders there bleeding, so I can see the blood shooting out of my jaw. About 20 minutes later, I don't know what happened. I passed out.
Passed out?
I was out.
So you hurt your ear?
My jaw.
Jaw. Okay. All right.
Coming out of my jaw. The bones are. So I was bleeding then, and then I passed out, and I find myself, hey, what the hell am I doing on the train? You know. I look around, the whole train loaded with wounded soldiers going back to Busan from the front line and back. Oh, no wonder. So they're my buddies now. Yeah. But
So,
I'm glad I made it back.
Absolutely, yes.
I made it, and I'm home.
And you met your wife?
Yeah. From China too. Not
Was she your girlfriend?
the mom and dad is from yeah. They moved to Hawaii to become I think sugar cane was.
Ah.
So that's how I met my wife when I came back from the military.
So
She was a nurse then.
where did you sleep and what did you eat?
What did we eat?
Eat and where did you sleep?
Mostly sea rations or yeah.
What about sleep? Where did you sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Mostly in,
Bunker?
you see, if you're on front line, what made it where your time gets to, you're about ready to go home. They can send you home. And when we were really on the very front line for a couple of months, that made us for about ready for be relieved from the military then. So when I got wounded, just about 3-4 months when you're on the front line, there I go. I think you're out of here already, you know. That's what the command post says. Back to Japan, you're going home already. They look at you, your records, you're out of here already, you know, something like that. So, thanks anyhow, I'm alive, that's the main thing.
Uh-huh.
So I spent time at Tripla in Honolulu. After that, they released me as out of the service.
As a squad leader, you were squad leader, right?
I was a squad
so
leader, yeah.
there were so many dangerous moments. Dangerous, right?
What's
A
that?
lot of battles, right? A lot of fighting.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Tell me about it.
Oh, my guys take extra grenades too. That helped. A lot of firing. Yet BAR, M1, you know, those are small weapons. But
Yeah.
I had some different platoons, only machine guns. They had the water cool and air cool. That different. We are infantry now.
Right.
Completely riflemen.
Uh-huh.
Leaders for the riflemen. Yeah. That was our duty. But I got hurt. Somebody gotta take your place now. You gotta go home. If you're alive, you're lucky. You go home. And that's what happened.
Have you been to Seoul? Have you been back to Korea? Have you been back to Korea?
No.
No?
I wanted. Did I? No.
No.
Yeah. We had a chance to go back and visit. Oh, I wanted to, but something came up.
Ah.
Said no. Something was turned down that we couldn't go. Yep.
So do you know about
Nice.
Korean economy now?
What's that?
How is Korean economy now? Korean economy, do you know? You don't know? How Korea is now?
How Korea is now?
Yeah.
It's up. Yeah.
Why? Tell me.
Well, I guess maybe they realize that our way of life is different from the communist way of life. I believe that really changed their plans for the future.
Yeah.
The kids of tomorrow, don't do what we were doing during the battle years of our country with different countries because of this, because of that. But I guess maybe they learned something from the past. Hopefully, yeah. That was that's the intention of some people. Like I say, I think it was good for us to let these people know that we're there to help them and so forth. Yeah.
Do you have any memory about the battle or anything that used to have a story?
I went to one or two celebrations here, but never had a chance to. So busy. My wife is a nurse too, yeah, so can't go in. Got to take care of the home front.
What was the most difficult thing during your service in Korea?
What's that?
What was the most difficult thing during your service in Korea?
Oh, the difficult.
Yeah.
Oh. Only the I was kind of hard of hearing for a couple of years after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything could ring. One explosion. Yeah. That's what happens when. What did you say? Like that kind of thing.
But when you were in Korea, what was the most difficult thing?
What was?
When you were in Korea?
What was I?
Yeah, no. When you were in Korea, what was the most difficult thing?
Oh, I think
Cold weather?
the most difficult thing was being seeing that everything. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. Gotta take care of guys, your men. They're under your command, so you're just gonna have to follow what the top echelons pass down to us. Don't do this, don't do that kind of thing. And I guess you have to be a good leader too, yeah. And I don't know whether all of them survived after I got wounded. Till today, I had a nice squad, nice platoon. But I left them all behind.
Yeah.
I hope everyone. I hope they made it through, because they gotta be there for several months or that time limit to serve. I went through that. That's okay.
Yeah.
I made it out.
You made it.
Alive,
You
yeah,
made
so.
it. Excellent. So are you proud? Are you proud of Korean War veteran?
What's that?
Are you proud of being a Korean War veteran?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Why? Tell me.
Why?
Tell me.
Well, they made me. I had a duty to perform.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the major. My concern was be respectful for you, not only for you guys, but your whole company. We all work together.
Be respectful.
Together,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was the main objective of being a soldier, especially a place like that, to kill or be killed, thing. I worried nobody got, hey, throw that thing away, You gotta tell them, don't you carry. Oh, they have extra weapons. You don't need it all. You're just gonna have to follow what the commander says. Yeah. It's a good part about it. They know exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Follow orders. Everybody did follow.
Yes.
Some companies, they were having a hard time. There might be individuals, they want to go killing, taking the hill by themselves. Then no way you, boy. You gotta soften them up first. That's the part. Then blast them out first. Then, yeah, that was part of my duties, and but we survived that. That's a good. I'm compensated for the rest of my life anyhow from the Korean War, so I'm satisfied.
Yep.
I'm still healthy.
Very healthy, 90-year-old man, huh? Very healthy, strong. Very good.
Yeah.
Any other story you want to tell me?
Oh,
No?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Kind of losing memories too now. How I say, mo makule, mo pupule. In other words, more crazy, more. I mean, more pupule means more crazy.
Yeah, I see.
That's what it means. Oh.
As getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel, thank you very much for your fighting for Korean people.
I hope you got all the information you want.
Yes, I got your
Thank
information.
you.
So I want to
Thank
thank
you
you
very
for your fight and stay strong.
This is my commander over
Yes,
there.
sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.